The National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calais Campbell on the stop. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They go play action with Burrow. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But
touchdown Bengals! Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Patrick Queen. 21-0 our score after one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Check 55. Switch. Take 4.
To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Mike 55. Get the ball. Hey. Check 3. Out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
11 MP,
Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge, a successful one. Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. James Prochet to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 13. Check 13. Hold on.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
55 is my guy, 55. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Check, check.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
57 Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
28, Ravens 6. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will cut the lead down to 15.
Ravens 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bengals 35, Ravens 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Crochet to return it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. As time expires in the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead on the final play of the half. McPherson now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
In to make the stop, Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
12. Hey, check back. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Watch the whip. 11 MT. 11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 3rd down, Burrow. Caught right side, Tate.
And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll get this into the hands of Huntley.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Crochet to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a...
And I think the ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Jackson now.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Forward the mic. You ain't going nowhere. Here we go. Ready? Legs hot. Hot. Hot.
They go play action with Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Flushed out right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his third pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 2nd down, Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On one, ready? Back six. Yeah. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. From midfield now, Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That's plays to his...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jason Huntley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
31's the mic. Here we go, here we go. Hey, middle. 31's the mic.
Again, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Watch the run. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Safe. Check 50.
On third down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 40 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They try to eat some clock with Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
11 mighty.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Tate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, Charles.